So here's the very first Notion dashboard that I created and uploaded on Gumroad. And the idea behind this is for me to have one place where I can store or save all of the bookmarks that I wanted to keep. Like, for example, webtoon links, K-drama links or websites that I found books or webtoons or web novels on. And however, I was still a beginner back then, and so I made a lot of mistakes. So the first mistake was I used colored blocks to categorize all of my links. It works, it does. However, it's very clunky, and as you can see, I just copy and pasted some of the websites that I saved. So I saved it as a bookmark instead of a mention or as a link, so that I can, for aesthetic purposes. And that's another mistake that I made, was prioritizing aesthetics over functionality. So it's not even in alphabetical order, and I just place or type in any caption that is applicable to this particular link. So, and the other mistake that I made was I don't know how to center text, so the alignment doesn't really look nice. It looks nice at this moment because of how I designed it. So I used three columns. I used 3 columns to align the text in center mode. However, it may not look as good as it should in mobile mode, and it doesn't really look good when it's in full screen. And another mistake that I made was since the links are saved as they are like this, it might make searching a bit more chaotic than it should. So for example, I'm going to search for this one, funnel builder is key term. I'm going to search for it here. If you're going to click on this, it should direct you to where the site is at. However, it doesn't really do that because it's inside here. So those are the mistakes that I made in creating this particular template. After using and learning about Notion for almost a year, after creating a gamified template of Notion, I figured I had to upgrade or make the bookmark system more functional. So this is what it looks like now. Now here's the new bookmark system that I created inside my gamified Notion template. So as you can see, all of them are categorized under a category or a tag. That way it will be more easier for me to look for a link, even though, for example, I've forgotten something or a link, and then I'll try to search it for it here, and then it turns out I already saved that link. So it also prevents me from having any kind of double entry because it's already under that particular category. And then as you can see, I can easily just click on any of these sites since it's already saved. So I saved this as a list view, and you can just pick the properties that you want to view at first glance. So, and it's also very useful when it comes to storing your data. What I would suggest is, instead of using a blank page for any kind of data that you will have to sort and organize, you have to choose database over pages. It's always database over pages. You can maximize all of the functionality of a database. Now I'm going to open up one of the entry pages of the bookmark database just to show you what it looks like per each page. Right, so as you can see, this is the name, and this is the link of the website that I wanted to save, and these are the tags that this website is in. To be honest, I don't even remember what this website is about. However, looking at the related topics or tags, it tells me that this website is about design inspiration, right? So basically making things pretty and giving me inspiration for a particular design. So whenever I want to save a bookmark, I just check this box, right? And it will show up under this particular category. So bookmark, this is a specific view that I made. So anything that is checked under bookmark, it will appear here. Now going back to this particular page, as you can see, I have the link here and the related topics here. And I also have this checkbox. Now what this checkbox does is, whenever I wanted to save a website that I want to learn from, like for example, it's a webinar or a course link, for example, then this button will become useful. So what does this do? So whenever I click on this, it will complete or check this learned checkbox, and then it will upgrade any of the skills that I pick here, right? So I'm going to show you an example of what that page will look like. For example, I wanted to learn about this one. Now this is an example of one of the topics that I wanted to learn, but it's saved under bookmarks. And again, this is the link that I found the tutorial from. So how it works is like this. So for example, I'm going to click on this. It will complete or learn this particular checkbox, learn. So I already learned this skill. However, before clicking on this learn button, I'm going to choose the skills or stats that I wanted to upgrade. So for example, this is about Notion, so I wanted to increase or level up my Notion skill, and I wanted to level up my creativity stat, right? So I have a lot of skills and stats, character stats here. So endurance, content creation, TikTok, so I wanted to level up TikTok, for example. Wisdom is a character stat. So basically your character core or personality traits, I guess, or basically your moral values that you wanted to upgrade. So I choose any of these skills and stats, and then after that, I will study and make notes about the tutorial found on this link. And that's why I have a note system in this particular page. Right? So I have here a to-do list, notes list, and then any kind of image that I wanted to save as well. So anything that I learned from this topic, from this video, I will save it in here in this page. That way I don't have to lose the notes and the learnings that I've gotten from this particular video. I don't have to look for it again or search for it again online, because I tend to forget things, and I don't really like to rely on my memory because it's very unreliable. I'm quite forgetful about these things. So after clicking on this button, it will check this box. It means I've already learned this topic, and then it's going to create a quest for me so that it can give me points. So that's the way I gamified my learning system. So each time I learn something new, it gives me XP, HP or MP, and then coins as well. So it enables me to create a quest where I can gain rewards. So the only reward from this particular page is leveling up the skills and stats that you chose. And then if I so choose, I can create a quest where it can give me rewards. So I've been using this for months now, and There are times that even though it prompts me to create a quest, I no longer do so because I'm no longer after those rewards like XP, HP, MP, and coins. So it's enough for me that I can level up these skills. So there are times that I create quests just to, just for the sake of it. Like for example, the skill that I wanted to learn is a bit difficult. Then I want to create a quest and I want to gain rewards from that because I want to feel like I earned it. But those are the only instances. I don't create quests for every single thing that I learned. So if it's quite easy, I don't create quests for that any longer. It's just as long as I level up these skills, that reward will be enough for me. And there you go. So now my bookmark system is clean and functional, and every link is categorized by these topics or topics that you can choose here. They're also tied to the skills I want to level up. And when I mark something as learned, it adds points to the skills that you chose here. So creating a database or a bookmark system, it's no longer about saving bookmarks. It's tracking your real life growth like a game. So this is basically gamifying your learning system. And it serves a double purpose. I can save links and I can learn something new. And so that's it. I hope you have or you've got something from this video, and I hope you learned a system on how to gamify your learning and your bookmark system as well. So thank you so much and see you again on the next video. Bye!